Welcome to Fun is Fundamental. Fun is Fundamental is a podcast for those who realize that the enjoyment of life is about having something deep in our souls which lights our fire. It's for those who maybe have lost that fire and feel like they are missing out on the pleasures of life. In each episode, I will share recent fun activities and focus on why having fun is essential for good health. I'm your host, Alenia, and I invite you to take this journey with me and join the pleasure-seeking movement. Hi, good afternoon, Chancellor. How are you doing today?
Hey, blessings and balance to you. Blessings and balance to everyone that's tuning in right now. Big shout out to them. They're the real MVPs, so I can't complain, man.
Yeah, it just feels nice to know that there's a community of people out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do it for.
Yeah, definitely. So you have a very interesting story. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience in Beijing?
Yeah, so after I graduated from college in 2018, I landed my first job teaching English to children. So that's how I ended up over there. And I was working with kids as young as 3 years old all the way up to 14. My contract was set for a year, but I only ended up doing 6 months because I ended up getting locked up and did 14 days in one of Beijing's penitentiaries. And after my release, I was immediately deported from the country and came back to America and was at square one all over again, just trying to figure out how I'm going to bounce back from, you know what I'm saying, this minor setback. And it's been crazy ever since. It's been lit for real, for real.
How long ago was that?
So this was 2019. Yeah,
Okay.
It's been a couple years, about 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get creeping up on 4.
It's weird how time flies. Yeah, I used to actually teach in Korea, South Korea, English.
Oh,
So
man.
I kind of at least like the first part of your story, I'm like, I kind of know what your story is about.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I know that you ended up writing a book about your 14 days in Beijing prison. Can you tell me what led you to want to share that story?
Shit, I ain't go through it for no reason. I knew that while I was in there. I mean, of course, I made a decision, and these were the repercussions from that choice. So it's like for sure, but I'm like, I still felt like it was more to, you know what I'm saying, the whole ordeal. Like I'm like, it's something I'm supposed to truly take away from this and do something with this experience. I had no clue what at that point in time. I just knew I needed to link up with one of my partners once I got out. And I feel like I already know, I'm like, bro, we're going to powwow and I'm going to tell about it. And from there on, we're going to be able to make something shape with this, you know what I'm saying, this situation, at least the experience. And so once I came back to America, it wasn't until so I got back in April 2019. It wasn't until like June, July. You know what I'm saying? We was just chilling, powwowing, and he was like, "Hey, bro, you ain't think about writing a book about the experience?" I was like, "Boy, that's a great ass idea. I don't even know where to start, but that's a good ass idea." He took it further, took my phone, went to my notes, and left me a 5-layer outline. And I started filling in the outline, and by doing that, I caught a flow for how I wanted to tell the story. So I moved it from my phone to my laptop, Google Docs, so I could type it up on my laptop. And 4 months later, the story was written, and then just spent the additional 6 months just getting it ready for publishing. And so on April 4th, 2019, that was the day I was arrested in Beijing. On April 4th, 2020, the anniversary year, I released the very first version of 14 Days in Beijing, and I was ranked the #1 new bestseller in 3 different genres.
Wow, you turned that around fast, just 1 year, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I got a book.
yeah. Because once I started writing it, or once it was written, it was like November. Once I finished, I'm like, okay, now I got it on paper. Now I got to go through all the editing, come up with the cover and all of that. So I'm like, damn, when do I even want to release it? And it was just like a no-brainer. I'm like, yeah, I got to drop this on April 4th. That's gonna be I got to do it on April 4th. So
Makes sense. Yeah. What a great way to mark a anniversary of something.
Yeah,
Like,
so April 4th was like a holiday for me. It's a personal holiday for sure.
yeah, nice. So what are some of the lessons that you learned and that you wanted to instill in others?
It was mainly me embarking on that whole journey was me finding myself. I played football vast majority of my life. I identified as a student athlete, embodied it to the fullest. So once my career came to an end, November 2017, just my last game ever, I was at a crossroad. I didn't know what I was gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? What it is I aspired to be, wanted to do. I didn't know what else I was good at. You know what I'm saying? What was my purpose? I had no clue. I ain't know, and I'm like, damn, I got to start somewhere. So I just started applying for jobs, mainly corporate positions, sales, marketing, management, that whole nine. I'm landing interviews, getting flown out, put up in hotels, getting cars rented out to me, the whole shebang. But I could not seem to land the position. And I did this for like 8 months straight, various companies. And I graduated. I'm back home. I'm like, damn, bro, I done did everything, quote unquote, the textbook way, and I still got the short end of the stick. But I've been in this position before. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a college to play at. Shit, I ain't had no offers, no interest, you know what I'm saying? No scouts in high school. So only reason why I went D1 because me, you know what I'm saying? I marketed myself. I pushed my highlight tape and I make sure all my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. So really, you really ain't had no choice to tell me no. For real, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just didn't want me or, you know what I'm saying, you had space. So I was able to get myself in school just off of sure will. And I was told no a million times before I finally got here. So I'm like, okay, you've been here before. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing new. So we know we can't quit. If we quit, that will never be shit. So that's not even an option. Keep going. Something gonna shake. Let's revamp this job searching. Clearly, corporate ain't for you, bro. We've been at this for months and ain't nothing shook. Scratch that. Let's look into something else. And with me doing that, just switching up my job searching, that's when I came across teaching English to children in China. I'm like, damn, that sounds lit. I apply. First job to tell me yes. You know what I'm saying? After all this time. So, and then but you couldn't tell me I was gonna be no teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was a student athlete. I went from being a student, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like, I was always a good student, but school wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is show up. That's half of it right there. And then participate. So it wasn't like you had to put, you know what I'm saying, put in too much effort, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. So just to go from the students and now I gotta facilitate and run the classroom, that was a whole 180 right there. But I just knew it was gonna be a step towards me gaining whatever it was that I needed to gain as far as finding a career, a path, a purpose, all of that. Now I didn't anticipate the experience to go the way that it did. I planned on doing my whole year, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of course, you know what I'm saying, universe had other plans. So but it took all of that, going out there, getting locked up, falling on my face and back to losing everything. And now, you know what I'm saying, just a test from the universe to see how resilient I am. You know what I'm saying? How much backbone I got. And from there on, shit, now I can sit and tell you a lot about myself. I wear so many different hats, so many different titles. So yeah, for sure. This is all me. It was all purposeful. You know what I'm saying? For me finding who I am and what it is that I was going to be doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like even before, that particular trial, you were already like, able to persevere through whatever life threw at you kind of thing. Like you kept going, you kept trying, you weren't like ever going to give up. So of course it makes sense that you made it through that and then you got something better out of it, got something good out of it,
Yeah, resiliency for real. So it's like, and after going through that Beijing, I'm like, oh yeah, after being locked up in a different country, I'm saying, ain't nothing the universe can throw at me. I ain't gonna be able to handle for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the idea of being locked up in another country, like seems so scary. Like it's like, oh, like yeah.
It was funny, like when we was going through training. Once I was in China, I was going through training for the job, and like one of the first things we was going over is just like learning about China, the culture and all of that. And they was telling us about, you know what I'm saying, folks getting arrested and all of that. And when I first heard it, I was like, damn, getting locked up out here? That shit sound crazy. I'm like, that sound like a hell of a story though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really think too much of it. I'm like, but that sound like a great story. Fast forward 6 months, then boom, here I am. And it's happening to me. And I remember when I was in the first precinct, I'm sitting there handcuffed and I'm just reflecting. I'm just like, hey, I'm just in truly disbelief, like, but this shit is crazy. I can't believe this is actually happening. One, nobody knows this is happening. Two, three, nothing's been explained to me, and I'm sure nothing's going to be explained to me as far as how this process works. So, but sit tight. Hey, we're gonna learn as we go for sure. So, with that being said, take note of every minor detail because it's going to be a great story to tell once you're out of this predicament. I did as told myself that for sure, and I still ain't had no clue I was gonna write a book about it. I just knew it was gonna be a great story to tell.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you even just like telling people in person, like it's so valuable to just like share even in intimate conversation, with people. So yeah,
And that was one of the things that inspired the book. Was like it was no brainer to write a book because with me telling the story verbally to close friends and family, seeing their body language, they can't even sit in their seat straight. They do that. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I got something on my hands for real. Like, yeah, I know I need to do something with this story. I need to do something with
it. Powerful story right there.
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah. And so you've continued to write. What was your second book that you wrote?
So my second book it's a 2-book series. It's a trilogy. All telling one long story. So you got 14 Days in Beijing, You Love, You Learn, and Real Love Never Dies. So You Love, You Learn, and Real Love Never Dies is a completely different tone, completely different, you know what I'm saying, story, but it brings everything full circle because a lot of a lot of women that was reading 14 Days in Beijing, they was like, okay, you talk about this girlfriend of yours all throughout the book, but you don't ever actually get to speak to her. And then you get released and that's the end of the story. So what happened with you and her? What's the tea on that? How'd that play out? Da, 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 da. So that was one of the influences behind the romance novels. So with You Love, You Learn, it's ideally You Love, You Learn is a prequel to 14 Days because it takes place when I'm in college still. And it's the first year of the relationship I had with that girl. And then Real Love Never Dies brings everything full circle. So it touches on year 2, me graduating, going through the whole job searching process, landing the job in China, going to China, touches on a little bit what I was doing in China prior to getting locked up, because I get asked that a lot, like, what was China like before you got arrested? It was fucking lit. So you can read about it. And then, of course, it touches, you know what I'm saying, picks up after those 14 days, you know what I'm saying, and how that process was for me. So this is all telling one long story, you know what I'm saying? But you could, yeah, it was funny, you know what I'm saying? Everything wasn't, it didn't go as, nothing was really like planned for real. We was just had an idea, we took it and started running with it. And of course, you know what I'm saying, we had to make adjustments and freestyle here and there, but everything played out perfectly.
Yeah. And you've also started working with other people with their attempts to write their own stories. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so once 14 Days started going crazy, it was crazy how many people started reaching out to me that have always had aspirations to become a published author, but just ain't know how to go about doing it. And they saw me do it, and I knocked that thing out the park. So of course they tapping in with me, trying to get whatever game they can. So I've been working with people since 2020. Right now I'm currently working with about three people, and that was still in the writing and like the writing and perfecting phase. We ain't even got to setting it up to be published. But I had one person who saw the whole thing through, and he published his book October last year, and it was ranked the #1 new bestseller in 2 different genres. And it's titled "The Fatherless Child" by Anthony McKinney. It's a great read. It's about his experience growing up in rural Mississippi back in the 90s, and how he was molested before the age of 10 by kids themselves, essentially twice. And how those ordeals shifted his paradigm back then and affected him, and of course would be the result in him being who he is today. So I encourage all y'all to go tap in with that. The Fatherless Child by Anthony McKinney. Tap in. It's a great read. No doubt.
Nice.
Powerful read.
Yeah. That's awesome that you're paying it forward. Yeah.
Too, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I play football, the ultimate team sport. each one teach one, iron sharpen iron. We ain't no crab in the bucket type of time. Nah, not in the least. So it's like, yeah, if it was something that I was trying to embark on and I wasn't fully knowledgeable of, I would love for somebody to give me some game. So why would I sit here and withhold all this information and keep it to myself? Nah. So put it out there for sure. Put it out
Yeah.
there.
Well, yeah, I definitely feel like, creating like community and like surrounding yourself with tribe that like lifts each other up. Like everyone does better when we can do that and like not have everything be this competition of like, being the one on top. Like it's like everyone can potentially rise. Like it doesn't have to be like one or the other.
Me, facts. And we all have been through different experiences, from traumatic to joyous to adversity to sad. Like we all have been through different things, and you'd be surprised how your story can impact somebody, whether they went through the same thing, already going through it, or is finna go through it. Little do they know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, put your story out there. You never know who you might inspire, who you might help. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, like I said before. You know what I'm saying? And then you went through it, you might as well make $1 off of it. Why not? Yes, icing on the cake.
Yeah. Any tips for people just starting to find their voice?
Man, just get the shit on paper. Just get it on paper. Don't overthink the whole writing process. Just get on paper. Write it like you sending a long ass text message to one of your friends, your family member, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about no punctuation, no grammar, none of that, man. If I could show y'all the original version of 14 Days in Beijing, we talking about 14 chapters, and it's all one long paragraph. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about all that. You can go back and format and fix all that when you go through your edits.
Sure.
Or just get it on paper, but just get it on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's for sure.
Well, yeah, that's usually like the first step is just doing something, And so often people like overthink everything, where it's just like, oh, I can't do this because I don't have this skill or this, that, or like people always make excuses for like why they can't do something. But if you like really the first step is just having the courage just to do it, really.
We just make it more complex than what it really is. We always think it can't be that easy. It can't be that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be, and ain't nothing gonna be a walk in the park. Of course not, but it isn't as far-fetched as you think it is either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just jumping off that porch, you know what I'm saying, taking that leap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Putting your best foot forward.
Yeah. So what are some of your aspirations going forward? Like what do you hope to kind of continue to do and grow?
Continue to grow Collet Publications LLC, you know what I'm saying? Get more and more authors signed and published through us. And for Collet Publications LLC to be a household publishing company. And what we thrive in at Collet Publications is every author that works with us and publishes through us owns all of their rights and all the, you know what I'm saying, royalties. You know what I'm saying? They get everything that they're entitled to, you know what I'm saying, for their body of work. All we're doing is just helping you through the publishing process. Once it's out there, we're going to help you market and all of that. But what you make, that's all you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want none of that, for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Continue to grow that and all the other endeavors I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I got a car rental business, continue to grow that. Working with I see myself public speaking for sure. You know what I'm saying? As far as from authorship to just life. You know what I'm saying? I see myself doing that too. So just continue to, you know what I'm saying, run these marathons. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting here portraying this ultimate poise like I got it all figured out. I ain't have it all figured out to begin with. You know what I'm saying? I battled every emotion behind what I'm getting after right now. And the only distinguishing quality between me and whoever else is going through this, already went through this, or is finna go through this, is that you're not gonna quit.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
5 years. I say, man, God willing, I'm still here. One, and with that, just Corley Publications. Definitely got at least 10 authors up underneath, you know what I'm saying, underneath us. Probably have another car or 2 cars added to the fleet. Want to start getting to Airbnbs and stuff too. Making a whole lot more money, traveling more, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Getting booked to, you know what I'm saying, speak at different places, you know what I'm saying? Just on, lit. That's where I see myself in 5 shit. Really, I started this marathon in 2019. So yeah, we 4 years in now. So I really got 6 more years. You know what I'm saying? I correlate everything to a marathon because of Nipsey Hussle. And it took him 10 years to get to where he was, you know what I'm saying? Once we saw him at his peak, yeah, it took him 10 years. He's fresh out of the county jail in 2008. I was fresh out of Beijing jail 6 in 2019 with nothing to lose. So yeah, it's going to, I always keep that in mind.
Yeah, 10 years is like definitely like a good block of like time of like you can really see like how much you grow and how much you change and who you become in that time. Yeah. What do you think is your purpose?
Helping, inspiring, motivating, encouraging, uplifting, nurturing, guiding, enlightening everybody that I encounter or reach. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And just being that breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? You get done talking to me, you're going to feel better. For sure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel better for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Who are some of your heroes?
My mama, Nipsey, R.I.P. Nip. Yeah. Say that, yeah, that's really about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I always like to ask everyone, what is your play personality?
My play personality.
Yeah. So there is the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
There's the artist or creative.
Mm.
The explorer.
Mm.
Storyteller.
Mm.
Collector. Director is like someone who likes to plan things and stuff like that. And then there's 2 more. Kinesthetic and competitor. That's the 8 of them.
Yeah, boy,
and you can be more than one.
Okay, for sure. I'm like, man, you a competitor, creator, storyteller. Hold on, it was one more you said.
Explorer?
Yep, explorer. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. I'm like, damn, boy, she's saying a couple things I identify with. No cap. Me.
Yeah. From your story, I was like, oh, like I would say like a one, and I was like, I bet this is one of him, but like this one could be him. You know, like
in fact, you was able to say it's explorer, like you already knew. I'm like, damn, was one.
I was like, I'm pretty sure explorer.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back. I ain't left the country since I came back in this month, so I can't wait to go back overseas. I don't even know where I'm gonna go first. That's really been the biggest thing because, well, COVID was the biggest, you know what I'm saying, thing at first, but now everything to open back up, it's like, damn, there's so many different options, and I don't even know which one to pick first. So
yeah. Are you allowed to go back to China at any point?
Next year. Okay. I was placed on the 5-year ban. So
okay, yeah, I figured there might have been like at least like some ban to like being able, because you have to get as Americans we have to get like visas, you know. So, but that's good. Only 5 years.
I'll be surprised they let me back in that motherfucker though. I'm sure if I applied to go back, as soon as they enter my information to the system, the screen gonna start flashing red, sirens and stuff gonna start going off. Like, oh no.
Would you go back though if like one day, someday?
Yeah, if given the opportunity, like how it was before, because it wasn't like I went all out there by myself, pay for everything. No, you know what I'm saying? If it's on the same type of time as before, hell yeah, that'll bring everything full circle. And I would document it this time too. That'll be great content. No cap.
Yeah. Great content. Well, especially now, like you're a bestseller, and if you're like, hey, I'm going back to Beijing, how many people are gonna be like, I want to know what's happening. Let me know. Like, keep us in the loop.
It's gonna go crazy. No cap. That'll be hard. Document the whole thing.
Yeah. I also like to ask everyone, how do they define play? How do you define play? Or fun? Sorry.
For
How
fun.
do you
Right.
define fun?
Working out, anything geared towards football. Um, I like to hang out with friends, out, you know what I'm saying, chilling with the tribe, get faded. That's one of my favorite things to do. Listen to music. Get faded, listen to music, no cap. Editing. I think editing and writing, that's fun for me. Um, yeah, I want to say and making money. Yeah,
Everyone wants to make money.
it's always fun.
Yeah. We talked about like travel some. Like, where are some places that you're like, oh, I really want to go there?
Shit, that list long. I want to go back to the UK. I ain't been to the UK since elementary school. And it's now to go back. One, they speak English over there, so that's even more of a breeze. So I can talk to people. And then being an adult and experienced traveler, I know I have a blast in UK. You know what I'm saying? I know I would. Greece just looks like a vibe. Like every time I see videos and pictures, I'm like, damn, that shit nice. You know what I'm saying? Amsterdam, just because weed and shrooms is legal out there, so that'll be a blast too. I gotta hit the motherland. Gotta hit the motherland. South Africa, um, Nigeria. I got a friend from Rwanda, so definitely like to see that. There's a lot of countries in Africa, so just tapping in with the motherland. Go Asia. I want to hit South Korea. I want to hit Japan, Thailand, hit Indonesia too. See what that's talking about. I ain't really too crazy about Malaysia, but yeah, if we throw that in there too, hell, you know what I'm saying? Australia, India, um, Middle East, Dubai, and um, yeah, Dubai. Uh, who else? Brazil. Well, I was locked up with a Brazilian, so I definitely want to go to Brazil. You know, I could see cuz for sure. Well, Canada, Canada, right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I feel like every American should go to Canada. This shit is right there. So
Yeah.
see what Canada's hitting on. Well, yeah, that's all I can think of as of now. Yeah, that list long.
I mean, that's a pretty good bucket list right there.
I want to hit every continent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Me too. I have only been to Asia and then in South America, I've only been to Ecuador.
Okay.
And then that's it. Like I've been to like, you know, different areas of around the US. I've only been to like Vancouver, BC because like I'm up in Seattle, so it's like
Okay.
it's really close to go to Canada from here.
For sure.
And then I've been to like Mexico, like one part of Mexico. Like so like I still have like so many places I want to go. Um yeah, in Asia I've been to like a few like more countries than anywhere else pretty much, but man, there's just so many places.
The
Like
world
there's
is
so many
huge.
amazing places.
The world is huge. So it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot to see. You know what I'm saying? A lot to
Yeah.
learn too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's like part of the thing is like as much as I like want to see everything, I know that like you probably get more out of more time in a place and more like intimacy like, you know, with the culture if you actually spend like more than like 5 days in
Oh,
a
me
country,
fully
you know.
submerged in it. Fully
Yeah.
submerged in it. That's the only way you're gonna learn. You ain't gonna learn nothing in damn a week, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You parlaying the whole time. Then like you really in there working and having the experience, just everyday life. Oh yeah, that's how you really get a feel for a country. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can like stay like for 3 months at least, like
Don't me for sure.
then
I
you're
don't
like,
see myself living abroad again in the future. I just don't. I have no clue where.
yeah.
I don't know where. But yeah, I definitely want to try that again for sure.
Yeah. What accomplishment are you most proud of?
Um, man, I say playing Division I football because when I first started playing, I ain't started playing football till 8th grade, so 13 years old. Here exactly.
Okay.
You know, down in the South, football is serious. Folks been playing since they was knee high to a bullfrog. So 4, 5 years, you know what I'm saying? We talking about jits. So I was very late to the game. But I knew I wanted to play college football, you know what I'm saying, when I started. And I put my mind to it. I X'd out everything that wasn't geared towards, you know what I'm saying, reaching that goal. And I really started taking it serious once I got to high school, for real, for real. Make sure my grades is intact. Really, that make sure my grades intact. My behavior is A1, you know what I'm saying? And what you do on the field, what you do outside of the field will carry over onto the field. So you do what you do on the field, and everything else is your T's crossed, I's dotted. Everything gonna be peaches and it's gonna work out for you. That's the only reason I feel like I was able to get into Stetson, for real, and like at least they accepted me onto the football team. Because if I ain't had a grades like that and I'm trying to play ball, come on now, you know what I'm saying? I got the grades, but behavior issues, off the field issues, that's going, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't recruited at the school. I'm pretty much a walk-on. So it's like, I need to make sure everything is picture perfect. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For sure. So I can, you know what I'm saying, get my foot in the door. And I was able to accomplish that goal. So, and that was really the first goal I set out to accomplish, and I was able to do it. You couldn't tell me I was going to write a book and shit. So it was still a great accomplishment, but it wasn't nothing that I was going to be a published author and nothing. Nah, that was not. And we should look about it. That's a good idea. I just took it around with it.
Yeah.
And so, but it's still a great accomplishment for sure. I feel like that's second. That's number 2, because for me to create something entirely and just put it out there, and it had the success it did. So it's like, wow, okay, that's impressive. I didn't think I had nothing like that in me, for sure. So it's empowering, for sure, especially owning it. You know what I'm saying? Ownership is huge. I feel like that's something a lot of people of our background don't really get to experience. You know what I'm saying? Owning things. You know what I'm saying? We buy a lot of stuff and have a lot of worldly possessions, but as far as ownership, you know what I'm saying? Real ownership, ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too many of us that's on that type of time. So
yeah, definitely. It completely makes sense to me that would be like your biggest accomplishment, because it really set you up for
thanks.
your character and who you wanted to be in life. So
for sure.
yeah,
it was a journey. It was a journey. Faced a lot of adversity. It wasn't like it was peaches and cream, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. It was first love, first passion, but I was tested the whole time, see how bad I really wanted it. And I proved how bad I wanted it. So moving forward, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be nothing but a thing. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I can handle any adversity. Even right now, I got a lot of this stuff going on, but I'm still laying down the foundation. I ain't crossed that victory lap yet. You know what I'm saying? Once I get there, it's gonna be dramatic. It's gonna be dramatic. No cap. No cap.
What makes you laugh?
Yeah, I got a good sense of humor. I know around the Joker too. So it really just depends on whatever it is we're talking about, or you know what I'm saying. I'm a Sagittarius too, so it could be a serious ass situation. I'll bust out laughing. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know, we don't really take nothing too serious. You know what I'm saying? At least we don't take anything personal. So yeah, I got a great sense of humor for sure. Very easygoing, laid back. Very chill, for sure.
You don't take yourself too seriously, it sounds like. Yeah.
Well, it depends on if as far as like the journey, yeah, I take that shit serious because you know what I'm saying. I got high expectations for myself. I always had. So yeah, I ain't where I want to be. So for sure, we got a lot of work to do. But you know what I'm saying. Also knowing to enjoy it at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Fully be in the moment, you know what I'm saying? And embrace the adversity, embrace the struggle, the grind, embrace it all, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it that much more 10 times better once you cross the victory line. Like I say it's worth it, I wouldn't say it's fair.
Well, yeah, I think that's a problem that a lot of people have, is that they don't enjoy the journey. along the way. They're just like trying to get to the end, trying to get like whatever they're working towards. But if you miss the journey, then I mean, you might be missing a ton of your life, right? We have to like be there every day, Yeah. Speaking of laughter, I always I enjoy asking people, when's the last time you laughed so hard it hurt?
Man, I'd probably say my partner's birthday back in February. Yeah. We went on a shroom trip. We was just at the house, but we had a blast. We had a blast. And one of my partners ordered some food off of DoorDash, and we was at his house. So he went to go pick up. He went to, DoorDash driver left the food on the doorstep. So he went to go pick up the food. He walked in the house, and then we just hear this man holler. Like, what's wrong with this man? It was dog shit at the bottom of the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, is these folks playing? We all high, we geeked up. So I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, is this a trick? I'm like, it gotta be some kids. We're like, nah, he get on the phone with the DoorDash driver. And it's a female, she's so confused. She's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, is there a dog? I'm like, some of y'all niggas got a dog? And it's like, yeah, the lady across the hall got a little small dog. I'm like, well, that must be where the shit came from. But that night it was so much going on that night. But we was in that week though. That shit was too crazy. You know what I'm saying? He still ended up eating the food.
Layers between, right?
Still ended up eating the food though.
But that's not where you're expecting dog to show up.
No, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. It was all on his hand and stuff. He's OCD, so he flipped out.
Oh man, how many times did he have to wash his hands?
Oh, ain't no telling. He was upset though. He was upset.
Yeah. If you won the lottery, what would you do with it?
Pay off the rest of the debt I got. So I'm starting off with a clean slate. Renovate the house I'm in, finish renovating the house I'm in. It depends on how much money I got, really. But if I got a substantial amount, pay off this debt, finish renovating this house, buy a new property, and then start trapping this one out, and having this pay for the new one. Traveling, definitely traveling a lot more, marketing the book even more, you know what I'm saying? Because I got capital to put bread behind it. Yeah, I just invested, you know what I'm saying, all into what I got going on. And of course, other S&P 500s and, you know what I'm saying, just stocks and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And just sit on the rest of it. Well, now I just continue to try to invest and flip it, because you sit on it, that shit gonna lose value. So.
These days, it loses value really quickly.
Yeah, for real. So just continue to, you know what I'm saying, get the thing fluctuated. It's probably start more businesses, all the whole nine.
Yeah. What is your favorite season and why?
Summer. Just because playing football, it takes me back to just the summer workouts. You know what I'm saying? We out there grinding. You know what I'm saying? In the hot and the heat. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a special individual to do that consistently. Not everybody's cut from that cloth and can handle that, especially down here in the South. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer the heat over the cold any day. I'd rather be hot than cold. So yeah, definitely summer for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I imagine that the summers are not playing in the South.
Not at all. It's not even April. It was 84 degrees today.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's very different than here.
On me. I got on hoodies and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure. I love the heat.
What's your favorite mode of transportation?
Driving. I've been driving since sophomore year of high school. And of course, being one of the only individuals or one of the few individuals with a car, everybody and mama want to ride with me. So you know what I'm saying? I'm used to being the chauffeur or the designated driver, and I'm just used to getting up and going whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 cars now, so it's like I like to for sure driving for sure.
Cool. How about we do 2 truths and a lie?
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you come up with two truths and a lie. I'm gonna guess which one is the lie.
All right. Damn, it was crazy. And it's funny because I'm like, damn, the next time I play 2 Truths and a Lie, I'm gonna set their ass up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, it was gonna be so hard. I was gonna do it because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say I'm a published author. I played in the NFL, and you know what I'm saying, I got locked up in China. You know what I'm saying? Have folks, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's gonna be hard for people to try to decipher which one is true or which one am I lying about. But damn,
Yeah.
y'all know plain as day which one, you know what I'm saying? So I can't even do that. It's crazy. I already had mine set up too. Damn. 2 truths and a lie. So we're gonna go with okay, let me think about what am I gonna lie about first. Once
That's
I
a good
do
place to start.
that, I bet. So I have a 2023 Mercedes Benz S-Class S550. I have a 2023 Kia EV6, so Kia's new electric car. And I have I'm a multi-published author.
Guess the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even fuck with foreign cars like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the maintenance on them hoes be crazy. That is ridiculous. So no, I don't really like foreign cars.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't imagine having a car like that. Like yeah, because then it's yeah. I imagine the maintenance would be
Yeah,
crazy.
maintenance is crazy. Even like all my cars are Kias. All the cars I got, I do
Okay.
they're all Kias. So
Okay.
I like Kias. They're great cars. They get a lot of backlash, and it's a reason for that for sure. I can't knock that, but my experience has been positive. So for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What made you want to get their electric car?
Once I saw that they had emailed me, it's like, oh, we got a new electric car coming out. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, okay, this thing got a good range on it. You know what I'm saying? As far as battery life, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's up there with a lot of shits on a lot of the Teslas, especially like the basic model Teslas. That thing had all the bells and whistles, like one of the souped up Tesla would have, for half of the price. And shit, man, times is changing. You know what I'm saying? Electric cars gonna take over. More and more car companies are coming out with electric vehicles left and right. It's going to continue to grow. So I was like, shit, I might as well just get in on it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, before it really, you know what I'm saying, take over. And I was like, shit, I don't really know too many people with electric cars. If they do, it's Tesla. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm gonna change the game with this one because ain't nobody got this. At least that I know. I don't know anybody with the, you know what I'm saying, the EV6. And it's a bad bitch. No cap. I don't know if you looked at it or not. You seen it? Look up.
I haven't seen it, no.
Look up when we get off here. Look at the 2023 EV6 GT.
Okay. Yeah, the only electric cars I know anyone that has are Teslas these days. Yeah. I mean, like people are embracing hybrids more, but not really fully electric that much yet. So
and paying for electricity to charge it, paying to charge it is far cheaper than paying for gas. Oh, man.
That's good. What? Yeah.
Come on, yeah, that charging it didn't change the game. I'm spoiled with that now because a lot of driving I be doing. So like, prior to getting the electric car, I just had regular gas cars. I'm like, man, I spent so much money on gas alone last year. So I'm like, yeah, it's the way right here.
How far does a charge get you?
On a full charge, I get up to 320 miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
For me.
Yeah.
For me. 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds, or about 4 seconds. All the bells and whistles, 360 camera, autopilot, big old, like the E-Class or the souped up Mercedes got that long dashboard, like all big one screen. It's like that on the inside.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bad bitch. Okay.
Nice.
It's hard. It's too hard.
Yeah. Of course, I drive like a 1999 Volvo, so everything sounds nice compared to mine.
You ain't out here walking, man. For real. So
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I'd still a step up for me, like busing everywhere.
hey, come on.
Yeah.
Uber, that shit adds up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And because we don't even live near a bus line, so like sometimes I would be like, I would be taking like Ubers to then get a bus, and I'm spending way more on an Uber than I pay having my old crappy car. So I'm very happy with it.
Tell you. You ain't out here walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can the audience find you?
Oh yeah, so the best search engine we have, Google. Google Chancellor K. Jackson. Everything you need will pop up, from my social media accounts, my website, my books, which are available on Amazon, as well as my website, other interviews I've done, and any aspiring authors out there. Visit my website, chancellorkjackson.com. You can sign up for a free consultation. We can tap in, see if we're a good fit for each other, and we can bring this, make that dream a reality. No cap. And for my non-readers out there, I have the audiobook available for 14 Days of Beijing, available on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. And I'm narrating it, so it's a vibe. So get your popcorn ready, tap in with that for sure.
I like it.
And yeah, I just want to leave you out with this message before we close out. And the message is from Nipsey Hussle. And for those that don't even know who Nipsey Hussle is or was, Nipsey Hussle was a mogul, philanthropist, philosopher, serial entrepreneur, musician, and fashion designer. And his message is long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own self-destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? You see, the best teacher in life is your own experience. And none of us know who we are until we fail. They say every person is defined by their reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you choose to do, homie, get your heart to it. Stay strong.
I love that.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on. It was so fun to talk to you.
I mean, fun is fundamental. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
For sure. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah. You're very welcome. Bye.